to the Dangerville podcast.
Like we always do about this time.
The greatest show of all time.
Good to go. We Gucci here.
Right.
We just literally did half a podcast, so it's going to be real tough sledding to figure out the talking points the rest of the way.
Yeah, now every time, and then it's like as soon as we're recording, everybody's like,
What's going on?
How are you?
How's things? How's things going?
What's it like being a comedian?
We just had like a super interesting conversation, and then it's like, oh, so tell me about doing open mics and
Oh, it's so great. Every time it's great. You show up, you're good automatically. You should try it. Yeah.
Indeed.
Let's just run it back as though the last 45 minutes never happened.
All right.
Indeed. Hey, nice to meet you. Thanks for coming.
Hi.
These dumb bastards aren't even know the difference. Come on.
Yeah.
Let's be real here.
Yeah, this is your first pod. You said that we
This is it. Welcome to Dangerville, USA.
Wow. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What an inauspicious way to pop your cherry on podcast by
it's
this
really not
particular
great.
one.
It's
Yeah,
not great.
Just bad.
I like it. It's pretty, it's pretty relaxing. It's
this
nice.
is it.
Yeah. It's chill. I didn't expect free beer. I was pleasantly surprised by that.
You're lucky. You're lucky.
Yeah.
No, nobody said that was free.
Oh, okay.
There's a tab
Yeah.
at the end of the night here.
In content, right? I'm paying you in exposure.
Yeah, that's right. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fair.
All
That's a
right.
fair trade. Like the
Cool.
fucking Blues Brothers. Ever seen the Blues Brothers?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the classic scene where they think all the beer's free, and then they gotta fucking it's not, so they fucking gotta get
Overrated.
Overrated. It's the Blues. I don't know. That's one of my favorite movies of all time.
In fairness, I got to rewatch it again. I haven't seen it since I was young.
Yeah, I don't
but
think you know what you're talking
in my
about. It's
defense,
gold.
most of the time, my young taste, I was a far better human being when I was younger. I really knew
It's a
what was
sweet
what.
car.
I think I watched it, but I was at the age where like my parents are like fast forwarding through scenes.
yeah.
So I got to watch it again too, just to understand everything
there
that's
was
going on.
no more horrific feeling for me, at least, than like when you're watching a movie and then like some real graphic sex scene comes up.
Dude,
You're
the
like
sex scene.
11 years old and sitting sandwiched between your mother and
Even
father. It's like,
younger,
this
dude.
is
Yeah.
unfortunate.
I
Right
would
now.
get up and walk out of the room, and one of my parents, usually my mom, would be like, "Pete, it's fine." I'd be like, "No, it's not. You got to understand. I have to leave right now."
This is not age appropriate content for me, Mom.
I remember specifically one that caught me. This is fucking random and hilarious. I think it was the sex scene in the Terminator.
Yeah.
The Terminator 1. Watching Terminator with my dad, and like, they get busy and make John Connor, the plot, if you recall. But and it's not even like, I don't think there's even nudity or anything in the scene, or like you don't even see a nipple. It's like, come on.
It's still horrific, man. To this day, if I've seen a movie before and I know it's coming and I'm watching it with my mom, I'm like, oh, I gotta grab a LaCroix here. I'll do that in a second.
The worst is when
I'm really parched right now. It's
the worst is when you like recommend a movie and then you remember during the movie that something's coming up, and then you gotta be like, well, I made my own bed. I gotta, I gotta lay in it. Yeah.
Linda Hamilton with the feathered 80s do.
Oh yeah.
my parents were pretty good about letting me watch most stuff, and I was like, mature enough for the old man as a young man thing. It was very much the same.
Yeah.
Very straight. But I remember we were watching Pulp Fiction, and in one of those opening scenes, there's the Travolta and Sam Jackson talking about,
Oh yeah, the foot massage.
give it a bitch a foot massage.
Yeah.
My dad's like, all right, we're all set on this here.
You say it's not intimate, but it is. That's what's so fucking cool about it.
There's a big difference between your tongue and the holies to holies. It's cool. Like listening to cunnilingus talk with your parents. It's
quite something.
Disconcerting at best.
I had the same problem with Family Guy, personally. I'd be watching Family Guy. The whole episode would be just like good, clean, family humor.
Yeah.
And then my mom would walk in, and it was the worst thing you'd ever imagine. It was always sexual. It was always vile. Yeah. And I turned to her, I'd be like, it wasn't like this. You have to believe me. I don't know what's going on here. Yeah.
What is happening?
She's looking
Pretty
at
much,
you,
yeah.
degenerate little son of a
Yeah. Exactly.
sick bastard.
Yeah. I don't know why you watch this crap.
Oh,
Oh, jeez, Lois. Anyways, yeah.
You kind of are. You got a Family Guy vibe. You could be the next Peter Griffin.
I would honestly, Peter Griffin. I used to be insulted by that. Now I'd be honored to be Peter Griffin.
The most sincere compliment possible. Right
I would love to fight a giant chicken like 5 times.
I forgot about
Are
that.
they still doing new Family Guys?
Yeah, unfortunately, yes.
Yeah, I'm sure they just
Everything jumps the shark at some point.
Yeah. Well, a tangent we've gone off on far too many times on the show Simpsons. Like, case in point,
that's the
seasons
ultimate.
2 through 10, 11-ish. Funniest shit ever made. And then it's just like, Jesus Christ, this is still going. It goes on like this.
Yeah.
Bad.
The only thing I think that has really withstood the test of time is South Park for me. Like I love everything.
When they got something gold, they don't, like they're not trying to like really make money. They're just like, we got something gold. I mean, that's why it's like there's barely any of it anymore. They just wait till they got like a killer concept and then do it.
I love that they were like, we're skipping the election this year. I'm like, that's fine. I don't need South Park's take. I'm already hearing too many takes. We're good.
We've gotten a fair amount of South Park take on it, which were all hilarious, to be clear. But it's like, okay, this doesn't need to be some token thing that we do every 4
Unless
years.
they had like a whole new, like, and that's the thing. Trey must just not have a take right now where it's like when it's like, oh, it's the diamond heist thing, or when it's the douche versus the turd sandwich is like about the funniest possible take, and it's like that was kind of a mic drop.
In fairness, douche versus turd sandwich continues to play very well.
That's it's like you can't do better than that, because it's like that was the ultimate fucking mic drop on American politics.
Yeah, just replay that one. Just every 4 years, just be like, watch this.
They probably do.
It's like a Christmas story, really, for elections.
It really is. Yeah, I'm a little behind on South Park though, because the new shit was like hard to find. They're all over. I didn't catch like the streaming wars, all these different fucking
I still have never seen any of this stuff on Paramount, because I just refuse to get all these apps. I'm getting pigeonholed into all these goddamn apps. Like the NFL is trying to get me to pay for Amazon.
Well, Matt,
thank you for monitoring this debate, and I would like to thank all of the students and their parents for coming.
Suck up. Well, it's an obvious suck up move.
But I would hope that those students and their parents who question my qualities would simply look at my opponent. He is a turd. No, sir, if you'll pardon me, you are in fact the turd.
All right, that's probably good. We'll get pulled. That's gold. Though. Those guys, that shit's gold.
Yeah.
The best, not to get into all the debates and stuff, but the OG Biden Trump debate from this year, where they got into the argument, the most heated portion of the argument was about golf games. Golf games.
Talking about before.
No, I'm a 6 handicap. I believe that. And it was
that was my favorite part. And that was what I was most concerned about. I sat down for the debate and I thought to myself, which candidate is better at golf?
I mean, maybe we should just have them play golf against each other, and that's the election. Can we just skip all this? Play golf. All right.
Get down to the crux of what really matters.
I will say I watched Bryson DeChambeau's video with Trump. They play golf together on YouTube. It was like a big thing in the golf community. Honestly, totally down for Trump golf. He should just do that for the rest of his time. He should just start a YouTube golf channel. That would be fine. I think everybody would be okay with that.
I mean, that's the way, he's a shit talker. So if he's just
straight in the left elbow.
Is that the video online where Trump is like riding around in his custom golf cart and he starts playing rap music?
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah, he has some of that. And then he has the aux at all of his own parties, which I think is hilarious. Like he's on the aux. He's like, no, I got some great stuff. Yeah.
He's like, this audio, it's a dictatorship in here.
All the shit going on right now, dude. Some of the fucking funniest memes I've seen in a while is this fucking dog eating shit or whatever. Oh my god,
What is this?
The internet fucking delivers, dude. This fucking debate.
They're eating the cats. They're eating the cats.
He's basically saying that these immigrants in Ohio are eating cats and dogs or something, and it like everybody's just like fucking going
No, they're
off
not.
on it. It's so fucking funny because like it's literally, well, I mean, like the funniest one. There's a lot of fucking funny ones. Like each one, I'm like every one, I'm like that's better than the last. It's better than the last.
Is this like the Kamala?
Yeah, the one that just happened.
I didn't actually watch.
Me
that.
either. No, fuck that.
I watched the whole thing.
Did you?
So if you
That's
want to go
sad.
down that lane,
All we want to talk about is the memes of but like the funniest one was the guy from South Park going, they ate her dergs. That's how they took her dergs. That's well played. They ate her dergs. There's some fucking good ones, man.
I love that.
That's among the greatest South Park bit ever.
Yeah.
So well played.
That one is so good. I swear, like at some points in that debate, it was like he was just listing stuff off where it's like it's kind of like that Very Odd Parents thing where he's wishing for the different stuff in the intro song, you know, like guava juice, rubber goose, you know. It was just it was the Mad Lib of just like right-wing talking points where I was just like, I don't know what the hell you're saying right now.
Just spitting bars, just rhyming shit.
I was gonna say,
he was going full rap god. It was crazy. I didn't understand any of it. It's wild. It's wild.
Gotta really be a fucking. You really got to punish yourself to watch that fucking shit. Fuck all that.
I wish. Well, I mean, maybe that's the Irish in me, just trying to punish myself.
Indeed.
But
slamming BLs.
Yeah. I think, dude, I watched it sober. Like that's the craziest part of the whole thing. I raw dogged the debate. I don't know. That's probably the biggest warning sign a person can do, just raw dogging a debate.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I just wanted to not see any clip and react based on a clip. I just wanted to experience it
that's
live.
Totally fair. And
it was true American, right? They're going to that stone sober. I really need to digest all these talking points.
It was the worst thing you could ever do to yourself. I don't recommend it.
You're not even 30 yet, right? So,
I'm 29.
I about fucking aged out at about like, I don't know, whatever, 32 or something. I was like, okay, this is all goddamn sham. I'm done with all this.
There's still light left in his eyes.
Yeah, just a little bit.
You're having to.
Life hasn't extinguished that last little spark. Give it 5 years. Talk to me then.
Come on this podcast a few more times. We'll get you there.
I like that you guys assume that there's still light in these eyes. I like that.
Indeed,
that's nice.
Indeed.
That's encouraging. Honestly, I'm going to walk out of here. A little pep in the step. Yeah, it's not over. It's not over.
Hint of a spark.
Yeah,
indeed.
There's no spark, but the seat's still warm, right? Like there's something. There was a spark, but a moment ago.
It's more embers now or something. It's not actual spark.
A smoldering. Yes.
The last vestiges of believing in the possibility and the magnificent wonder that life might bring at some point.
Yeah.
No, it's all downhill from here, bro.
That's all right.
All downhill, son.
You know what? That's great because I'm ready. I'm ready for it to be over. Yeah.
Well, you said you're already going down all the old man lanes. The big joke is like, when you hit 30, you either got to start watching World War II documentaries or start smoking meat. So it's which lane you taking, dude?
I've already binged all of Hitler's Circle of Evil on Netflix. That was this past year. Nice. I learned way too much about people who are dead. Like that. Yeah. It was completely
I got
nuts.
A pretty killer World War II collection in the other room there.
Nice. So I was clearing out that house in Ireland. I mentioned this to you guys before the show, but we found a map, like a war map of the world from 1943, in the house. And I was like, this is mine. Like I'm taking this with me. I'm going to get it framed and just put it up.
That's badass.
Yeah.
My grandpa had a bunch of shit, and his wife's alcoholic asshole brother sold it all for booze, basically. But he had a Luftwaffe Ruger, which was illegal as fuck.
Is that a gun?
That's the gun.
Okay,
that's the officer.
A little narrow-barreled.
That's the officer, SS officer, fucking. Which tons of those dudes took. Of course.
Of course.
And, he also had a Luftwaffe winter air suit, which was white, like a full white airman's suit, like a winter airman suit from the Luftwaffe, and he
sold that for booze. That's bullshit.
Basically, that's as far,
High quality booze, though.
Yeah.
To the earlier
Indeed.
point of the conversation, that guy's in there getting that Ciroc and 7 in the morning. He's like, hey, it's going to be a good day, brother.
Some other things too. I got a couple of his medals. Those are still around.
Nice.
But yeah, man, fucking dude. I wish that fucking. I probably wouldn't be talking about it if I had it. You know, but that fucking that Ruger or whatever, that would be something.
I don't know why. I feel like that is a core in so many dudes' hearts. Like, I have no connection to World War II, but I want that gun as well.
Yeah,
like, I want to have it.
I mean, most of those dudes, the way you took them was you fucking killed that guy and took it, you know, and like, I don't know the story. I have no idea, unfortunately, but like, yeah, they was definitely.
It's one of the most
Nazis.
iconic guns. It's like
really is.
the golden PP7.
No. Give me the M1 Garand any day. That's the rifle that our soldiers used to storm Normandy with. You can. There's still government programs. You can go online and Google it where you can actually apply for one of the actual rifles used in World War II.
Nice.
For like $600, and it's the cartridge where after you shoot it, it goes do ping. That you see it and Saving Private Ryan.
Nice.
Those
I
guns.
do have. So I worked at Dunham's in college back in the day. I was a manager. No big deal.
right.
Just saying.
Managing at Dunham's. No big deal.
And they used to sell those like they were vintage and they were actual, and some of them were like refurbished, some of them were OG. But I've got like a World War I, II Enfield, old school, kind of similar to the Grant.
the other rifle. Yeah.
I think I'm
Have I
saying
ever
it
actually
wrong
shot
too,
it?
real
No.
quick. I think it's a Luger.
That's right.
Not
It is
a
a Luger.
Ruger's a definitely
Ruger's
a gun,
a
but I think it's a
brand of-
Luger.
I have heard Luger before, but
it's
I'm
the Luger that I'm talking about.
Luger is the little barrel gun.
Yeah.
Ruger is a brand
guns
of.
and a loogie is in the back of your throat. And
now, Luigi is my brother. Yeah, it's a Luger. That's what I'm talking about.
Speaking of, I just started watching a couple years late to the game on this one, but just started catching Band of Brothers, the old
Band of
HBO.
Brothers.
God damn, that rules.
That's
So
an
good.
intense show.
So good.
That's another one that I'll kind of never rewatch because it's too good. It's too good.
that's like Lord of the Rings for me. It's like if I'm watching it, I'm watching the whole thing, like all the way through.
You have to. Yeah.
So are you talking just the Lord of the Rings 3, or are you going Hobbit in full circle with the full 6, bro?
Okay,
That's
I
the
can.
question.
Usually, it's just Lord of the Rings watch through. I can
Extended
do
editions.
Only, of
sometimes.
course. Without
Sometimes.
saying. With me, it's without
In
saying.
fairness, the originals weren't nearly long enough.
A few of the extended scenes, I think, in Return of the King aren't my favorite. I don't really care for the whole like tree trapping Merry and Pippin.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
And then I'm not a fan of. I don't like when the Witch King breaks Gandalf's staff, because if you look at it like power wise, they're supposed to be on
So
the same power level.
Those are two different things. You're correct.
Yeah.
That's kind of a bullshit scene. The scene with the tree trapping them, that's in the book.
I know.
But it's not there. It's the Tom Bombadil shit they cut out.
Yeah.
They're getting real fucking nerdy on you right now.
No, I know about Tom Bombadil.
Oh, yeah.
Don't,
You know about Bombadil?
Yeah, I know about Bombadil.
Bombadil's playing.
People fucking are such like, I can't believe they cut Tom Bombadil out. And I'm like, honestly, Tom Bombadil is the worst part of the fucking Lord of the Rings books by far.
He's
So,
kind of like a Deadpool character, like a fourth wall, like
right,
winking
a little
at
bit.
you, like, oh, the ring's not powerful to me.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, okay,
Right.
you just kind of ruined the whole thing.
Some
like,
people say like
yeah.
it's the Tom Bombadil part where it transitions from the Hobbit sort of being like a kid's thing to into the, and I'm like, you guys are reading fucking, it's just bad is what it is.
Yeah.
Like, this was not necessary. Like it was like there's too much. And the other decision that Peter Jackson made, of course, was to cut the end of the Lord of the Rings where they go back and have that little battle in the Shire.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, didn't Saruman take over and he's running shit in the Shire?
Yeah, in the book. In the book,
yeah, in the book.
And it sort of makes more sense, and I get the whole morality aspect of it is it's like it's going to come close to home, like it's going to affect you too. But like in the movie for sure, but even in the book too, it's like, you got the fucking ring to the thing.
Yeah.
Wrap it up, son. And I love me some fucking Lord of the Rings. But I mean, like, imagine in a movie, like, you fucking finally fucking bust your nut. You get there.
Yeah.
And then it's like, you got another, like, there would be another 2 hours of movie. Like, imagine sitting there in the fucking theater, like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. We just defeated the Dark Lord. Now you got to, like, fight his little brother who's not nearly as powerful.
You got to account for the refractory period.
Yeah.
You know, like a man needs time to recover after the initial bust.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so I'm actually glad he brought it up because Have you guys heard about the new Lord of the Rings movie?
Is that an Amazon thing?
So there's that, which I haven't watched, which seems to really get mixed reviews.
Yeah.
No, it's not mixed reviews. Everyone I've known who's watched it couldn't even finish the first season.
Yes, I've heard it's mixed reviews.
I'm the only person I know that's watched every episode.
No, I know lots of other people that have watched and shit. And I actually saw a trailer for it before the new Alien movie, and I was actually like, oh, this actually looks pretty good to me. I'm like, this looks like Lord of the Rings to me. I don't know why everybody hates it. That said, I heard it stinks. But no, there's a new movie. It's called The Hunt for Gollum. We've talked about it a little bit on here.
Yeah, I did hear about that.
It's executive produced by Peter Jackson, but it's actually Andy Serkis, the guy Gollum. He's starring in it and directing it. But it just came out that it's, and I mean, there's no way they're not going to do this, but it just came out that it's definitely confirmed that Ian McKellen is playing Gandalf, who's really going to star in this movie.
Yeah.
You know, like.
Ian McKellen's got to be like,
well, yeah.
mid-80s.
He kind of made this big kind of statement in a way where he was like, literally all I want to do is play Gandalf one more time. Yeah. And I honest to God feel like they're like doing this like kind of like for him, like in a way of like,
and of course for the piles and piles of cash that's inevitably going to lead
the quest for more money. But they also it's basically confirmed that Viggo Mortensen is going to play Aragorn again, which again, like if you're doing this, the whole story, which is part of the story, is definitely it's Gandalf and Aragorn hunting Gollum.
Yeah.
And so there's no way you can't have
when you've got
guys,
like an iconic as a trilogy of like something like this. Like look no further than Matrix Resurrections to what happens when you start fucking
that's
changing
rebooting
the cast.
Like,
ain't gonna work.
You gotta have the OG.
That's a huge problem I have with just like movies in general for like these storied franchises. At least it's just like let things die. Somehow Palpatine returned. What the hell are we doing? What are we doing?
That's a whole other situation, dude.
There's so many of these cases. That's actually, like you mentioned the alien thing, and I think you guys might have talked about this on the show before, but I love the new one because I think the alien story works best as like an anthology series. Just like individual interactions with the same, playthrough.
I can see that. For sure.
I feel that way about Alien. I feel that way about Evil Dead. Like there are a couple different things where I'm like, I know it's a set formula, but if it's well executed, I like it.
You can't ruin the sanctity of Evil Dead. It's just simply not worth it.
But Star Wars works the best as an anthology as well. That's why the Clone Wars show is like pretty much the best Star Wars.
It's phenomenal.
And that's, I mean, even like it was set up that way. Like Star Wars is supposed to be a sort of like pulp sci-fi thing. Like that's George Lucas's original vision for it, is like, so it's just funny that like that's how it works best. And then when they get away from that and try to do all this other like clearly unplanned bullshit trilogy, it just like doesn't really work. It didn't really land,
Unfortunately.
The other problem with the Star Wars is it feels like it feels like they're kind of going one direction with Last Jedi, and there was like a big kind of blowback from the community, and then they just snap back because there's too much money involved with
you guys
it.
Didn't finish your story here in a way or something like that.
Because the whole premise was like anyone can be a Jedi. That's like what you get at the end of Last Jedi, and then they're like, nope, that's the next movie. It's just
psych.
Actually, you gotta be the fucking Palpatine's granddaughter. Or whatever
they hit us with a knot right at the end.
Yeah, they really
can't do that. There's such an appetite for that stuff though, like it's about the money too, but also I think like hopefully there's a legitimate little sliver of that goes into like the people want it, or gonna give the people what they want.
I'll never forgive them.
Sweet cheddar, but still it's like, man,
for Star Wars you're saying
for baiting me into thinking Chewbacca got blown up on a plane.
Oh yeah, the fake out death.
Dude, I'm so mad about that. It's like you don't play with my emotion. Like it's so cheap.
The Chewbacca fake out death, and then the C-3PO is gonna lose all his memories, and then he just doesn't. Like
I don't just remember.
Turns out they were saved on the cloud. It's all good.
I saw each one just like once. I've never rewatched them. Never rewatched a single one of the new trilogy.
I think I rewatched the first one before before the second one came out.
I might be talking shit. I might have done that.
But Rise of Skywalker, I was watching. I'm like, where's the real movie? You guys have clearly put together like a weird parody. That, like,
bad.
You didn't like the horse charge on top of a battle cruiser.
I don't even recall it. To be completely honest,
me either. But what I remember though was like the action stuff was like pretty cool because they write these movies around like gags, like action sequences. Like, let's do that and let's do that and let's do that, and then you write the movie around it. Most action movies are written that way. But so like a lot of that stuff was like kind of cool, but like the plot itself, like this makes no fucking sense. I remember sitting there just going, none of this makes any sense. Like this is just ridiculous.
Then they were saved by let's save Jar Jar.
Well, speaking of, we better fucking talk right now. R.I.P. pouring out for fucking James Earl Jones.
Oh yeah,
James Earl.
Wow. Cheers.
Cheers.
Wow.
Cheers to James Earl Jones.
That's a bad time for anti-class. That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
I can't believe Matt hates James Earl Jones and intentionally drank his whole whiskey.
James Earl Jones.
What did he do to you?
Yeah.
The finest James Earl Jonesing that has ever
the
been
best James Earl
is
there
the
is.
Sandlot, baby. Come on. Give me some James Earl Jones and the
That's a good
Sandlot.
one. That's a good one.
He's getting a lot of stuff. I'm going to throw in The Exorcist 2.
Wow.
Oh wow, that's a deep cut.
Soak it in a little
Okay.
bit. Soak it in.
I'm going with Darth Vader. I think Darth Vader was pretty cool.
Good choice.
That was my favorite role for James Earl Jones. Yeah.
Michigan native.
James no,
Earl Jones from Michigan.
if you go to if you ever tour that campus, his stuff is everywhere because he gave a ton of money to the
Detroit
University of
somewhere, right?
Michigan.
Campus?
Okay, was it?
Ann Arbor, University of Michigan.
It's a little college
them.
you may have heard of.
Yep.
Heard of it.
Really
Yeah.
crushing those Arby's commercials. Too.
Yeah.
Let's not understate the dominance of the
That's
Arby's
not him,
commercials.
dude. That's that fucking that's that comedian dude. That's
James
not,
Earl Jones.
He's not doing the Earl
Jones.
Dude, no. We have the meats. That would have been fun. Some
J.E.J. brings the meats, baby. Come
No,
on.
that's that other.
Who are we kidding here?
That's that other guy. Well, I mean that's true. You know that fucking James Earl Jones was fucking smoking some barbecue. Dude.
Yeah.
You know that fucking dude knew his fucking.
That guy brings the meat, to be sure.
They showed this clip of him. He was on the second episode ever of Sesame Street.
Wow.
And he did, they had him narrate for children the alphabet. And this was before educational TV for children really kind of existed. You know what I mean? So this is like experimental. Yeah, that's it. And they literally called it the James Earl Jones effect because he just sits there and says these fucking things. And like
Soak him in a little bit. Wow.
Yeah, when he's young and thinner. Like they really established from this that like this is effective for children. Like when you are slow and methodical, and then they would like repeat
This looks
it
like
that way.
a parody of the alphabet. Like this looks like a bit on something.
His eyes are
This is it, dude.
his eyes are hypnotic. I'm being drawn in.
Hey, he's quite entrancing.
Then he just,
What's that?
then he
He's a
just-
breathtaking
You
man.
want me to shoot Ronald Reagan?
He just kills all the
Okay.
fucking young ones with a lightsaber. After this, you know, like, all right, there, Anakin. Why don't you calm down a little bit there, pal?
Yeah.
Yes, this does look like an MK Ultra video.
This is
Seriously.
This is off-putting on any number of levels.
Yeah.
And then we get the Unabomber.
I feel like I'm gonna get activated. Something's
I feel like we should preemptively strike Iran right now.
Somebody out in the crowd who watches this podcast is we're gonna be responsible.
for sure. Indeed.
Yeah.
The James Earl Jones effect. That's what they call it. That's good. That's my. That's the title of my new novel. It's my new spy thriller. My new Tom Clancy-esque spy thriller.
You know,
By Tom Clancy,
This is
by
still
Ross.
going. He's still going through the alphabet. This
It's
is
a long alphabet, dude. You got to do it all. What are you gonna do? You're gonna cut out at around.
That's what Matt cut out around junior high.
it stinks to get all the way to like Y, and they're like, all right, you got to run it back. You know?
They're like, dude, commercial break. Bro, bro.
Man, you know who I feel bad for in the Star Wars story though is the guy who they used to like walk around as Darth Vader, but like he didn't use his voice, and then he had no idea that James Earl Jones was gonna do the voice, and so he did all the lines. But you watch it and it's like Spaceballs. It's like it's not threatening at all.
He has a fucking crazy Irish accent. His name,
Yeah.
sons of bitches. His name is Peter something.
Yeah.
It's Peter something with a C. Cola, something, I don't know.
Yeah, but that guy just, lost out big time.
Yeah,
but
he did,
I feel like even for him, he had to watch the movie and be like, I get it. That makes sense.
Also, he was Darth Vader, but he doesn't get they're like, oh, James Earl Jones. He's like, I was in the fucking suit.
Yeah.
I was fucking force choking bitches. Dude, James Earl Jones is in a vocal booth.
Yeah. He gets really mad when people bring it up.
Seriously,
like, everyone says James Earl Jones is Darth Vader. I'm in the suit.
Indeed. Yeah. I'm the fucking guy. I'd be pissed too. Yeah. It's super funny. That would be a pretty funny like skit or sitcom or something. Is you were the guy that played Darth Vader, but nobody knows who the fuck you are. You're just like constantly going through life seeing tributes to James Earl Jones. Like, fuck.
Yeah. He hears it at like dinner parties hosting. He's like, get out.
Oh yeah.
Get out. We don't say that name in this house.
That guy's one step away from the clock tower for sure. He's like, one more fucking comment and I swear to God.
Yeah. James Earl Jones, he made it to fucking 93. I know a guy who met him too through the VVA, through the Vietnam Veterans Association, which I don't know why or how, or if he was just a celebrity guy there or something, but they had like dinner together and shit. So.
I would imagine James Earl Jones is a terrifying man to go up against in a war, dude.
I mean, he's Darth Vader.
Very controlled, just that
well, he's
just doing that alphabet at you and you're just like, okay, you win, you win. You can have it.
But he's not looming is the thing, because otherwise he'd be in the suit as well, right? So he just has a very intimidating voice. He's like going back to Lord of the Rings. He's Samwise Gamgee coming around the corner with the two swords, with his voice. He's like, get out of here. Everyone's like, that guy's 7'4". We gotta run.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. It is funny to see him like young and like not real heavy. And stuff.
James Earl Jones is also like the only like 3-name guy other than like a presidential killer. Like, it's James Earl Jones, Lee Harvey Oswald, John Wilkes Booth.
Yeah, for sure.
He's really doing a good service for the people to go by their full name.
What a ticker in the column for the good guys.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
It's James Earl Jones, everybody else. That's,
Yeah, typically if you got your middle name in there, you're probably a serial killer.
You did something bad. You did something bad.
Indeed.
You did something bad enough that the whole nation knows your full name. It's not just your mom calling your full name. It's the whole nation.
Yeah, when the nation's throwing in the middle name.
That's next level, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. You're in trouble, dude. Yeah, man. Fucking A, I got some other things we need to fucking dive into here, boys.
All right.
Do you know about fucking sorry, you guys following Dave Grohl?
Really building up for something.
I know. I was gonna. That was what I was gonna.
This guy's very pleased with himself about whatever he's about to bring.
I was gonna do that. I got another confession to make. Yes.
What's up with DG?
You are not on the internet at all, are you?
Give me the lowdown on DG.
Really?
Nothing.
Really?
I know. I read the headline. That's all I know.
All right. Well, that's really all there is to it. He made an announcement that he is having a kid with another woman outside of his marriage. And put it out on social media.
Okay.
And so basically he cheated on his wife and he's having a kid with
In fairness, you got to spread that girl seed, baby. Like, get a...
Well,
a couple more irons in the fire.
There's a lot of very hilarious takes
on
it. Of course, the internet once again delivers on all things. Like the greatest fucking one was like, Dave Grohl somehow single-handedly managed to sully the otherwise spotless reputation of rock and roll. It's like, what are you fucking expecting?
That's my first thought is like you got an internationally touring like rock and roll musician, and then you find out he did this. It's like bad on you, Dave Grohl, but also like you're not the first and you won't be the last.
I would be upset to learn that Dave Grohl wasn't out there slinging dick on the side. That's a Dave Grohl I don't care to know. I
mean, honestly, if Dave Grohl is just faithful to his wife, that's our king. That is the most honorable man on the face of the planet.
Most rock stars are actually nowadays, but it is like, it's funny. Like my whole thing, and I've been saying this forever, and actually a lot of people are saying this, is like, Dave Grohl is not our fucking moral compass. Yeah. Like, I was saying this about Tiger Woods, about fucking whatever. It's like, why do we put these, and now he's got to like go, people are like, you got to go away for a while. And like, it's like, no, he doesn't. Is he like killing, is he still killing it and making killer rock and roll. That's all I care. I do not care about his personal life.
He's still producing bangers. Because at the end of the day, let's get right down to it.
If it's like Dave Grohl wanted for murder, that's one thing.
Right,
but like this is just
a separate the art from the artist. Even in that situation, my friend. Come on now.
He's a fucking you're telling me the guy from the hardcore scene in Washington DC, like, I need to fucking give a shit about his personal life? Does Everlong fucking slay? That's what I care about, you know? Like, it's just like
literally my favorite song ever is Everlong.
If we start tearing everybody down by the way they, you know, perform, like John Lennon beat the shit out of his first wife, and like, you know,
he also married Yoko Ono, which is
and that was even worse. That was worse than beating his first wife. Seriously, and you can put that on the podcast.
Beat the shit for the other 99 tunes on the Billboard Top 100 too, which is what really matters when you get right down to it.
What about Tyreek Hill, the wide receiver from the Miami Dolphins? Last year, he had 5 children from 5 different women. He's married, by the way. And before the week 1 game, he got arrested for going 120 miles an hour, but still got to play in the game.
That was a pretty crazy. So I haven't seen.
It was a big game for the Finns, bro. In fairness,
I haven't seen the body cam footage, but apparently he's a little rude to the police, and then they escalated to a level that is extreme.
I saw the video, and the police were very aggressive.
Yeah,
if it's a crime, you'd be arrested for your crime. I'm not like that again. Like, I don't care.
If he was really going 120, I think them being mad is justified.
Yeah.
But they kind of like yanked him out of the car. Like, it was like they were making a huge deal, but it's like, well, why are they pulling him over? And then someone said
also,
he went 120. Like, okay, that makes sense.
The reaction time of Tyreek Hill is unlike almost any other human being on the planet. Like, if anybody's equipped to go 130 miles an hour,
his nickname is
25 mile an hour
the cheetah.
Come on, dude.
Yeah, that is.
That guy's used to controlling top speed energy at all times.
I'm not. If you break the law, you should be arrested. I'm not saying you should get away with things. I'm just saying, why do we as a society think that these celebrities are somehow our fucking moral compass when, you know, like, when they're not?
Athletes and celebrities should not be the moral North Star of the nation. For that, you've got to look to upstanding presidents like Bill Clinton and others who really do things the right way.
Who was on the stage at the DNC. Yeah. But I think it kind of has boiled down from this thing, like, there were these like monsters, right? That everybody agrees, like, good, we got him, you know, we got Cosby, you know, like, bad dude doing a terrible thing. But no, like a dude who's speeding, it's like that's where we've gotten to. We're mad at the guy who's speeding. Like,
he should be arrested or whatever for that, whatever that actual crime is, like anybody.
Oh yeah, there's Harvey. There's our friend. Yeah.
But it's like, you know, I don't know.
Lord of the Rings, by the way, Weinstein Company.
Bangers. Yeah, nothing but bangers from the Weinstein.
All I said is Lord of the Rings movies are good. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Apparently, the orc in the third one is based on him. I heard that. So
what you're saying is you hate women. That's what I hear.
Okay.
No, Brian.
That's all right. You know what? You can put me on blast. That's fine. You know. I'll plead the fifth.
Somebody had a great take too that I watched. This guy's I forget the dude's name, but he's got some fucking great videos and some great takes on shit. And he's like, I don't even understand why Dave Grohl even had to make this statement.
Yeah,
you know? And it's like, yeah, it's gonna come out, but like, why now we have to fucking like make these blanket statements on fucking social media for everybody and stuff? It's just like, fuck it, how many fucking imagine the Rolling Stones in the age of social media. You know what I mean? Like,
the Chili Peppers guy apparently has admits to
girlfriend or something right now.
He admits to having sex with like a 14-year-old in his autobiography. Yeah, like in the book. Like, you flip through and he's like, "Yeah, I banged a 14-year-old," and then he continues, and like, it's just out there in the ether, which is crazy.
Yeah,
like,
that's not good. I'm not saying like, I'm just like, that's an actual crime.
Yeah,
you know, but it's like. Like somebody's personal life, it's just like, I don't fucking care. Like, what? Like,
a speeding guy. Slow news day is my take on something like that.
Tiger Woods and shit too. It's like, it's fine to like have it be. I don't even care that it's in the news, but like the people that are like outraged at, like, it's like, dude, why is this guy your fucking hero? Why? There goes my hero. You know what I'm saying?
It's like, you know? I get the question, but it's an easy answer, right? Like, it's a combination of like people want to be superior in any way, shape, or form, right? You've got XYZ person. Let me take this big moral stance. Let me get the moral high ground on this person and talk down to them.
Yeah, okay.
Virtue
feel like it. And there is such an appetite for, like, we're such a star fucker of a nation, man. Any kind of salacious news with a big name, it's just like you want to see the topple from the fall at the top.
Americans love nothing more than the fucking downfall of a celebrity.
And then the subsequent rebuilding and redemption story of said toppled celebrity.
I mean, there's that whole thing. This is a couple years now, but I think Kevin Hart had to like apologize for like he was gonna host the Oscars, and then
for a tweet he did.
He had to apologize for a tweet, and then like at some point he went on like a talk show and he's like, I have apologized, I'm not apologizing anymore. Because
and good for him. He just didn't do it. He's like, I'm not gonna do it.
He just quit the Oscars. He said, I won't do it then. Because he did a tweet like 10 years ago where he said, if my son's gay and he's playing with dolls in a doll castle, I'm gonna pick up the doll castle and smash it on his head. You know, it's like an obvious comedian trying to make an obvious joke.
Honestly, a funnier joke than many of Kevin Hart's material.
That's not that good of a joke. It is kind of terrible.
But they wanted him to go on an apology tour before he could host the Oscars, and it's like, why?
Get the fuck out of
it's
here.
Like it's like because he's not gay and he made a gay joke.
You've got to go.
Can he not make a joke about white people? Like what is going on here? Calm down, everyone.
You got to get your flagellation and your Game of Thrones shaming in front of the public circle before you can be allowed to rise back to the top. And it's like, was it a little off color or whatever? Yeah. Was it a different time, even that short period of like 10 years ago? Yeah. And was the guy clearly kidding? Yeah. So let's fucking chill out.
Yeah.
And Kevin
also,
Hart
he's extremely short too. So fuck that guy.
Also, if you
not about his height, his comedy's just bad. But also, I'm saying he's got that short man fucking syndrome going on. He really does. Sorry, Kevin Hart. I know you're coming on the pod next week.
Yeah.
But,
it's gonna be an awkward
I'd hang out with Kevin Hart. He seems like he'd be cool to hang out with.
Definitely.
Yeah. I would definitely.
I got a soft spot for Kevin Hart.
I've been breaking his balls about being 3 foot tall.
Ross will be patting him on the head.
I'm kidding. I don't
Good
like
boy.
it yet. I honestly kind of think Kevin Hart kind of stinks. He's all right. Like, I don't know. His movies, he's so goddamn fucking into himself too. That's what it's like. Yeah. Jesus Christ, dude. When he's on a podcast or something, I'm just like, dude, seriously. Shut the fuck up.
All the commercials too. I'm Kevin Hart.
Yeah. We get it, dude. We get it.
The craziest one was he was in that like terrible car accident, right? And then he said that his core was so strong from working out that's why he's still alive. Like that's a good movie. Yeah. It's the most crazy thing to say is I worked out so hard I'm still alive. Like that's
a good look for sure.
Maybe he's right. Maybe he's onto something. That's fucking hilarious. So let's take a fucking quick break here because I think everybody's kind of out of drinks and
all right,
take a piss too. So.
How wild is it before we get into all this other stuff? How wild is it, dude? I don't know if you've been like a lifelong Lions fan, like several of us unfortunate bastards, but for the first time ever, like, oh no, it's actually a real team.
It's incredible.
Not false hope.
Yeah.
Like they're really good.
It's false hope.
It's more than likely at the end of the day.
They will be shitting the bed at the end of the day.
They're going to make it into the playoffs.
Literally the only thing I know about football is that the Lions are going to shit the bed.
Well, okay, but I saw a corgi on Instagram that was knocking balls into trash cans with NFL teams on it.
I saw that one too.
Yeah, the corgi picked the Lions to win the Super Bowl. So I'm just saying, I'm believing the almighty corgi.
That corgi picked last year's Super Bowl.
What about the what about the groundhog though? What the groundhog have to say about it?
Puxatawny? Yeah. Phil can catch these hands. If Phil pokes his head out, it's on site. That's what I'm saying.
It's out.
I call him Punxsutawney, Phil. That's right. Yeah.
You are correct, sir. Yes.
Very loud.
Yeah.
So the soundboard's working again. So that's a good thing.
Is that turned down? Because I thought I want to see if it works. If my theory is correct here.
It was not working previously because I tried to hit it many times on several of these hilarious
make sure
videos.
that one's on there. All right, what's going on there, buddy boy?
Boys, I'm going to do this. We're going to spring it right on the spot.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Brand new, no preamble, no bullshit. A hot off the presses new segment, gentlemen.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, can we get a drum roll soundbite, by the way?
No.
Not necessarily right now, but at some point that would be useful.
I mean, just hold your breath
Gentlemen,
for just a few
new segment,
seconds.
Dreams I Had.
Oh, shit.
Whoa.
Whoa, wow.
We're going to need you to pull up. Yes.
It's
a very long drum roll. It certainly would have been more useful before the elusive post-announcement drum roll. Yes, the rarest and most beautiful of all drum rolls.
So is this going to be like your the dreams of your life that have been crushed by the realities of the world, or is this the I was really high and went to bed and dreamed about
more the latter? Yeah.
Okay.
I've got a pretty good grip on the reasons for the former, but I am looking to delve into why I might be having some of these actual dreams.
Okay.
So,
Alrighty.
last Friday,
dreams too,
when I got home, boys, we were talking about Alien Romulus.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which is a precursor to this dream. Okay.
Yes.
So, B-Dub, if we can get a dream analyzer pulled up. I had a dream about knocking over a massive display of shoes in a shoe carnival and being banned for life.
Okay.
Upon my escape,
Okay.
I am running out of shoe carnival. At which point I turn into the black kid that was the cyborg in Alien Romulus, which we were talking about on Friday.
Yeah.
I think I need to analyze this dream. I don't want to do a dream.
All right,
analysis.
we'll give you first crack at it, and then we'll get the official experts from the internet here.
Okay.
As I'm turning into the black android from Romulus,
Yes.
I'm dressed like a nun, and a preacher clotheslines me on my way out of the shoe carnival from which I am banned for life, gentlemen.
Okay.
Soak that one in a little bit. Give me your hot take on what this means.
Basically, that just means you're poor. You're afraid of being. You're afraid of being broke and losing your new Jordans. I think that's what that fucking comes down to. In the
at the risk of sounding like an ass, you couldn't be more off base on this one. But if you want to give a second take,
you got some things happening on you in your professional life right now. You have you don't wear shoes on the podcast. Okay, so
that's a true story.
That's another part of it. So you literally don't own shoes.
Yeah.
So I think that plays into it.
In fairness, having a shop,
but he dreams of owning shoes.
Exactly.
That's important to. Yeah.
So
That's
all of this is like it's all, and then but and so the priest and the nun come in that that you're wrong, that you're a terrible person. Basically, is what that is what that adds up to.
Could there be a getting my peenie touched element of this with the priest and the nun thing? Could this be some weird sexual dream? I feel like every dream's sexual in some sort of way.
Yeah, well, I mean,
well, the clothesline is traditionally like upper torso, right? You got clothesline. If it was below the belt, I think maybe you have some of that going on, but because it was the board,
the clothesline is once again that's
north of the equator, so to speak.
Down. They're keeping you down. You ran out with the shoes down. The man's keeping you down.
Man's always keeping you down.
Yeah. Also, it's trying to tell you that you should wear shoes on the podcast. I think that's really
just out of spite. I'm never wearing shoes again. This is gonna be a thing, and the chicks dig it. At the end of the day, look at these feet, baby.
We've all seen
that's
them,
a well proportioned foot right there. That's a good looking foot, narrow but not too narrow.
Fans are on the fucking footcast here.
So good toe ratio from one toe to the next, which is a big thing. I think it's a good looking foot.
I got a kind of different take on your dream analysis.
Okay.
I'm thinking of the movie Holes, because that starts with a kid stealing shoes, and then he gets shipped off. But he didn't steal them. They dropped off of the thing from the other kid who actually stole them and landed in his backpack. And then the preacher clotheslining you is having to pay the price by digging holes in the desert. That's really what I thought of was the movie
Superior
Holes.
knowledge of the movie Holes, by the way. Well played.
I just figured there wasn't enough holes talk in this pod, so I had to bring up Stanley Yelnats.
We're very pro hole on this podcast.
Okay.
What do I got going? I got the mostly the Egyptian. Oh no, it's a Greek. It's a Greek. Borderline Egyptian Greek, dude.
You're looking Greek or Celtic to me.
No, there's no Celtic. There's
your middle toe is almost as long as your big toe. So you're probably part Greek or Celtic.
Okay. Boys,
I think that means you're gay, too.
any other thoughts on the dream interpretation before we go to the experts here? Any other
No, I
last
think I
guesses?
nailed it.
I think we've got our own analyses.
Between the two of you, I think it's pretty spot on.
It really comes down to your inadequacies when it comes to Shia LaBeouf, dude. I think that's what it really. I think that's what we've narrowed it down to.
In fairness, we all
you
pale in
wish you were
comparison. At
Shia
the end of the
LaBeouf,
day,
but you are not. And I
if
think
ever you
that's
want to
what
see
it
an
is.
actor in his prime, look no further than Shia LaBeouf in Fury.
Yes.
In holes.
I was gonna go with holes. There's already too much holes. Goddamn.
Not enough
B-Dub,
holes.
can we get a definitive dream take on what the hell this means, my friend?
You're gonna need to talk to an expert on that. I don't think the internet's gonna be able to tell you. Look at this. I don't think this website with this graphics is
no,
is
bro. It's like spot on. They're investing all their potential capital into the actual analysis of dreams. They don't have time to mess around with the fluff of the UX and the visual design of this website. They're getting right to the heart of it. They're paying the experts.
All of the coding is devoted to the dream. It's
exactly.
Yeah. They're pure dream analysis.
That's pretty great, Brian. You really entered this in here.
I just want everyone to know this is our first ever Dangerville podcast sponsor, mydreamsvision.com.
Vision.com, dude, for sure.
And enter in your dreams for a chance to win.
I'm trying to do a serious website.
the bump in traffic these guys are going to see from this conversation is going to be astronomical.
My dream visions, definitely. They're it reminds me of that genie who can guess whatever character you're thinking of. Akinator or something. That guy.
All right, what's the alien?
What do we got here,
This is
B-Dub?
Strangers, visitors. Okay, well, this is real tough stuff here. This is some real Freud stuff here.
And I feel like they're really leaning too far into the alien versus alien movie aspect of this.
So I entered pushing over a shoe rack at Shoe Carnival when the person from Alien that is a cyborg, I am dressed like a nun and a preacher knocks me on the ground.
Perfect.
I think you're breaking the algorithm on this thing. This is like, bro, I've never seen anything like this.
Sounds
before.
like a Wu-Tang song, right?
So, if the alien represents the unknown, you being the alien, does that mean you don't know yourself?
I think so.
What about that?
Yeah. All right, what about the nun
Consider
part?
this mind blown, son.
All right. Repression, see? That's what I'm saying.
Abstinence,
Yeah.
Basically, I need to get laid.
Yeah.
It seems to be a big
Punishment
theme here.
of the...
self-flagellation. Okay.
Self-flagellation for sure.
Look at this one. Look at this
with
one.
opinions and ideas. Oh, this is fucking... that's fucking...
Aggression or ill? Nah, there's no aggression or ill will. I love everybody, brother.
Yeah.
In conclusion, this dream engine stinks.
Yeah, my analysis is far faster. Way better off the cuff, dude.
I'm really thinking Holes was the whole thing. You got to rewatch Holes. That's what
yeah, dude.
the dream
is
said.
telling you, dude. Shia LaBeouf is calling from the ether.
Do you remember that whole thing a few years back where there was like I don't remember the specifics of it. I think you know about it. But they were like trying to track down Shia LaBeouf, who was holed up, and then the internet nerds like triangulated his location.
He was
based
just some
on
kind of weird piece of performance art or something, and like
he
had
was
some webcam or something. Whoa, hey now.
I do.
What do I like? I don't know. He was doing like I thought the original idea was like, I'm gonna stay live on this webcam for like the whole Trump presidency or something crazy, because he kept saying he will not divide us, and then he did the whole live thing, and then he eventually got like spammed with so much stuff that he was like, all right, it's over.
Well, they went like the fucking nerds went and like took down his camera or some shit.
Yeah.
And so he did some other thing. And these fucking he put up the camera again or something.
It used to be.
And these fucking nerds, they literally used like the stars in the video to like triangulate. And then some dude drove around with like a siren ping, and they fucking triangulated on the siren ping. Once again, found his fucking camera.
It's so
and tore
good,
it down, just like out of spite.
It's so funny. Just fucking with Shia LaBeouf for the principle of doing so is the funniest thing in the history of the world,
man.
dude.
Come on,
It's
dude.
so
You're the
good.
kid from Holes. We get it, dude. It stinks.
Look at the outrage against young Shy here. This is
What is this? What are we seeing?
Everybody just trying to get their 15 minutes, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like he was a legit movie star, obviously. I mean, I guess he still is.
He was, I think, once heralded as the next Tom Hanks, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
It seemed like a drastic
He was
overreach.
in fucking Indiana Jones, dude. They were trying to set him up to be the new Indiana Jones.
I thought,
Indiana Jones-ish.
as a child, Transformers was pretty cool. Like Shia LaBeouf and Transformers, LaBeouf, I don't know.
Yeah, nobody knows, dude.
I'll allow the first Transformers movie. It was pretty fun.
The first
it was
one was pretty
fun.
sweet. They got pretty terrible after that, I thought. There was some waiter. Sorry, there was some waiter at the place we used to go before the pod. Sazerac. Yeah, whatever the fuck it's called now.
It'll be Sazerac.
We had this fucking waiter there. He looked exactly like Shia LaBeouf, and we used to call for years. This was like years. We used to just call him Shia LaBeouf.
Nice.
Like, yeah, we got LaBeouf as our waiter, and I never bothered to learn.
So
his real name.
he killed himself eventually. Yeah. It was unfortunate.
Dia LaBeouf.
Speaking of movies, boys, I love my movie talk. I gotta do it. I gotta get into it again.
I got a couple here too.
I gotta give you two here, boys. All right, one that I watched that was pretty fun. Gonna be a divided opinion. I never look up the Rotten Tomatoes beforehand, but I always check it out after just to see out of curiosity. So I caught the new ancillary Shyamalan, some other Shyamalan, some Shyamalan Light. I think it might be a kid or something. I'm not sure. It's called The Watchers.
All right.
With one of the 48 Fanning sisters. I'm not really sure which one.
I don't know about any.
Probably
of this.
doesn't matter. It's on Max. Yes, The Watchers right here. I'm going to say it was a pretty fun flick. Everybody kind of shat on it. It was like 33 critics, 51% audience score, so not great. Kind of fun, but the whole premise is like this chick gets lost in the woods. She's going to deliver this thing. Car breaks down. Supernatural forest type deal. Won't give away the token Shyamalan twist, obviously, but basically they're like these creatures that you've got to stand and just let them watch you. They're just like creepy voyeurs that get off on it type deal.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Kind of a fun
So what you're
flick.
saying is you're really identified with the protagonist.
Yeah, for
It's
sure.
kind of like the fans of this show, really.
Creepy watchers.
And then, boys, as much as it pains me to say it, once again, my average in terms of like looking at movie trailers and being able to call whether or not it's going to stink is like 99.7%. You've never bet anybody better.
It's a solid 35%.
Than just watching him and absolutely knocking it out of the park.
You're like the Lions of
Almost 100% of the time.
He is.
Very good.
Yeah. We got huge opinions.
As predicted, Unfrosted was just unwatchable. It really stunk.
I liked it, man. I thought it was funny as hell.
This is the Pop-Tart movie, correct?
Yeah. Everybody hated it. I thought it was funny.
We're both huge Seinfeld fans, and in fairness, there were some funny minutes in there. Like there's some stuff in the middle that was kind of good. I found the majority of it to be unwatchable, and I'm a big visual guy, and B-Dub, you're gonna break my balls, rightly so. But the distinction here is there's a difference for me between movies and TV. TV comedy, I don't give a fuck what you shoot it on. This movie, they like shot it with some uber digital camera. It clearly wasn't actual film, and it really bothered the hell out of me. Just the visual aspect of it. I was like, this is too much, dude.
But yeah, I thought the direction's good. I liked it. I thought it had a quirky 50s vibe to it, or whatever they were going for here. So there's some hilarious. You can't tell me fucking Bill Burr didn't crush though, dude.
There are so many comics,
Bill
Justin.
Burr as fucking, did you see him?
I saw the clip of
Bill Burr as Kennedy.
Yeah.
It was like he could literally play Kennedy like and win an Oscar in a real way. It was so fucking that.
He just has a Boston accent.
No, I thought it was fucking great. But the whole bit where he keeps going,
I can play Kennedy too.
He keeps going, but the whole bit of the thing where he keeps going, ask not, ask not. And that shit was hilarious. Could we ask not? I said ask not.
Hugh Grant crushed, dude. I'll say that. Hugh Grant's the man. Hugh Grant continues to rule.
I thought everybody was. I liked it. I don't know why. Like I don't know what people were expecting. It was supposed to be just a funny, fun, stupid.
The main
movie.
thing I was like expecting that didn't deliver on was being funny. So that was kind of the problem for me. Was
I like Melissa McCarthy.
No,
she's whatever.
We get it. You're overweight. It's not funny.
And you say I hate women. Here we get with the Melissa McCarthy hate. Terrible.
How
dare you, sir?
I think it's underrated, meaning that I don't think it deserves the hate it gets. Like I don't know what people were expecting.
I think when Melissa McCarthy falls down, it's the funniest thing in the entire world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was some good shit in there.
When Amy Schumer talks about a veg, I just lose my shit.
Yeah, right.
It's so funny.
That's fair. I watched this fucking show. Have you guys ever heard of this show called The Terror?
The Terror. I feel like I've heard of it, but I don't know exactly.
It's on Netflix now, and apparently it's like 6 seasons deep, but every season's different.
Okay.
The first season, it's from the dudes that made Chernobyl on HBO, and it's starring that dude, that Jared Harris dude.
Chernobyl rule, by the way.
And it's this fucking crazy. It's an AMC show. It's this fucking crazy fucking like. It's these British dudes. It's a back in the day ship thing. They're on the ship, and they fucking like this must be a different season. That on the left there, that's executive.
Ridley Scott.
Wow. All right.
The first season, they get into this like fucking battle with this like semi supernatural bear thing.
Huh.
It's fucking wild, but it's a fucked up show. Like it's like they're all like experiencing lead poisoning. Everybody's descending into madness. It's dark at all times.
Was that fucking?
They're fucking killing
Vito,
everybody.
quit backing up a sec. Was that?
This is not the season I saw.
Not Sulu, but
yes, George Takei.
Yeah.
I know he's in the show, but he's not.
Wow.
Like, every season's different. I just watched the first season. The one on the left is the one I'm talking about.
needs more Sulu, bro.
It was fucking great. I gotta say, like at first I was kind of like, I don't really know what to think about this, but I actually kind of loved it. So like it's like if you liked like the show Dark and Chernobyl, that 1908 show, 19 what the fuck was it? The sequel to Dark, 1918 or whatever. Yeah. It's just like a bizarre, like very dark drama, but then with a slightly supernatural aspect to it. And it like we were watching the last episode last night, and I was trying to eat, and I couldn't eat. Like it's like
it's on Netflix. You said?
I believe it's on Netflix. It's either on that or HBO. I think it's on Netflix. It was just, and I'm definitely gonna watch more seasons. Like it was intense. You know, we were like, whoa, like people.
Brad Pitt, little BP in there. Oh no, this is some other thing.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck this is. Anyway, yeah, that was I watched. So I actually binged it because it was like, 10 episodes deep, and it was fucking great. It's also starring as a deep cut, but the dude who played Edmure Tully in Game of Thrones.
Okay.
Which I was like, who is this guy? I couldn't remember, and I fucking had to look it up, and I was like, he was Edmure Tully. I was like, I forgot all about that character even existing.
That's the most frustrating thing is when you're like, I know you, but from where?
Yeah. Some random character actor type guy.
Yes.
I will say AMC kind of rules on the sneak, dude.
Man.
Underrated network.
AMC fucking kicks ass.
Very fun show that I've set on here for one of my dark horse top shows ever called Halt and Catch Fire.
Yeah.
It was basically like a 20-year thing that they condensed into a few seasons about like the rise of personal computing and that kind of stuff. It was very fun, dude. AMC rules.
I mean, they had Breaking Bad, which is the best show of all time. That's that's one that I always go back rewatch.
Didn't finish it.
Yeah.
This guy quit before the last season of Breaking Bad, which is among the best pieces of entertainment ever created.
I didn't quit. Like I wasn't like I'm not going to finish it. It just didn't happen.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And then I was like, and then I got to a point where I was like, I don't remember, so now I got to rewatch the whole thing, and that's not going to happen either.
I understand.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like,
I'm unfortunately one of those people that just I like repetition. So like I don't I rewatch way more than I watch new stuff. I've been crushing SpongeBob recently. I've been watching some SpongeBob.
Nice.
That's on Amazon
you're
Prime.
Of that era, like I was just a little too old at that point, like like I was kind of past cartoons and shit.
It's not. It's nice because like now I'm catching every joke. You watch it as a child, and then you rewatch it as an adult. You're like, wow, there's way more in here than I was picking up on.
We had Animaniacs, and that was fucking like they're rewatching that like a little bit. There was a lot of fucking like jokes like that were like, wow, I had no fucking idea that's what they were talking about.
I love it. I love a cartoon that's like subtle with the adult humor. It's a nice thing.
Joke from mom and dad.
The parents are sitting in there with their fucking little sticky fingered, disgusting children eating cotton candy and whatnot. So, we got to get the parents on the laugh.
I get home from school, my mom will whip up a nice fresh batch of cotton candy. A full size like circus machine just in the center of the kitchen.
When was the last time you had cotton candy, dude?
Oh, it's been a minute.
Cotton candy.
I think I get after some cotton candy right now.
I think 7-8 years for me, and it fucked me up the last time I had it because I forgot that it melts and it freaked me out. Like I bit into it and I was like, where'd it go? And I was like any type of like if you see a video of an animal that has it and then like takes it into water and it disappears.
Right.
There's like a video of like I think an otter or something like losing hilarious. Cotton candy. And it's super confused.
Oh man! I had the power of the ring right there in front of me.
Power of the sun in the palm of my hand. Spider-Man 2. There we go. We're bringing it back,
boys. Speaking of, perfect segue.
I don't know what this.
Can I break out a little something here? We got a mysterious bag.
Okay. I got a bag of dog shit
from my ever considerate baby brother. Shout out, bro. Love you, sir.
Okay.
We got a little snack here. We're big on the treats in this show, gentlemen.
All right.
We've got for you some Shaq-alicious.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
XL sour gummies, baby.
Nice.
Okay.
A little bit of Shaq face on every bite here. I'm very excited to try these.
And everything, yeah.
Side note, I got a double pack. The other one. All right, I thought this was a thing. This was cracking me up. I was also pretty roasted at the time, so give me a little bit of grace. But I wake up at 1:30 in the morning. I start crushing this other less funny bag of Shaq gummies out of pure necessity at the time.
Yeah.
One of 3 flavors was pineapple. And there ain't nothing wrong with a little pineapple flavor. Everybody loves some pineapple. But for 1 in 3 flavors, like 33% of your candy being pineapple, that's a big swing.
Right,
your margin for error with a tasty treat with but 3 flavors. You got nothing. You got to play the hits,
Unless
boys.
it's like a solely tropical thing or something, like, you know. But
and the marketing guys is going, Shaq, 33% pineapple. That's pretty big.
Check, want that pineapple.
People love pineapple.
People love pineapple.
It feels like an appropriate amount of pineapple for me.
We're gonna do it.
It's like he's right here.
Look at these.
They gotta be. Make it bigger. I need you to make it bigger.
Ironically, it looks like a young James Earl Jones in many ways. Someone crack out a couple of these Shaq-alicious gummies here.
All right.
I assume that these are regular gummies and not gummies with marijuana in them.
That was question
good.
At first that I posed.
Hilarious.
As I said, I'm a 47-year-old man. I can't be playing around with that stuff.
Right.
It says XL gummies on the bag too. This is in fact an XL gummy.
Gosh,
these faces are like,
the smile is creeping me out.
This is like not even joking. Like it just looks like an African mask, like those ancient African masks.
Really. It looks more like OJ than Shaq.
I mean, first he said
juice vibe.
It's Shaq-alicious, baby.
Get them a Shaq-alicious gummies.
You dip it into cheese sauce. You get the Shaq pack.
Shaq shamelessly plugged shit. Do you remember the Shaq tacos back in the day with the TNS commercials on Taco Bell? The taco neck syndrome.
No, I'm missing it.
Affliction,
yeah.
dude. Oh wow. Oh, that is Shaq-alicious to be sure. That is not just a clever marketing. That's a hell of a gummy, boys. Hell of a gummy, if I do say so.
The man knows his gummy.
This is a quality. This is a quality candy. Yeah.
He should put some weed
Excellent.
in
I'm giving the texture a 9.5.
Yeah, it's nice.
Just the right amount of chew. Not too sticky, but sticky
I would like
enough.
a little bit more of that,
punch
the
and
sugar
orange.
on the outside. I'm a fan of that, like sugar on the outside kind of thing. A little bit of. Well, that's pretty fucking good.
Yeah, correct. There's definitely not enough sugar in these Shaq-alicious gummies. If there's one thing it's lacking, it's really the sugar content.
Maybe a sour version would be nice.
That was the other one I had was the sour version.
Pretty
good.
Sour
pretty good.
Yeah. All right.
I was expecting sour, so I was a little taken aback when it was not.
That's on me.
That was okay.
That's on me.
I honestly, this might be crazy to say, but gummy bears, too hard to chew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a little too hard to chew. They're delicious, but
The
This
red
is just
one.
the right amount of give right.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh man, that
Yeah.
red's a real
That's
game
nice.
changer, baby.
Shaq. Yeah, baby.
Oh wow, Shaq throwing it down,
knows his
baby.
Gummies. XO gummy.
Shaq has so many things. Did you guys ever get? Did you get the Shaq soda ever? Have you had the Shaq soda?
No.
I saw it in a store one time, and I regret that I never bought it because now I don't see it anywhere. But I'm so curious what the
that was
Shaq
short-lived,
soda.
to be sure.
Yeah.
We did have Snoop and Dre's drink.
Oh yeah, the gin or whatever. Yeah.
Not good. Not good.
It's terrible. We had
There it is. Yeah.
Wow.
Nice.
Look at the multiple expressions of Shaq. Shaq's the man,
Many
dude.
faces of Shaq. Shaq back, baby.
Vanilla cream soda's kind of hitting on me, dude. He's taking a little look. He's saying, "Hey, how's it going?"
Hey, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were really.
I've got an in between us grilling over here. It's kind of getting done for me, dude.
You might need to get that bag back over here beat up. We might need to be fucking mowing these things in front of the microphones. Go.
I got nothing but hands.
Now you're just supposed to
Hey,
making it rain, Shaq.
like young Jay Cutler over there. There's no accuracy, firing
that
darts.
was a better free throw than Shaq can fucking
Hey now.
Did you guys see Shaq posted up a meme, or not a meme? I don't even know how old this is. Shaq posts a photo. He's got a new yacht.
Oh.
He goes, he goes, here's my new toy. What should I name it? And somebody goes, name it the free throw so it will never sink.
That's good. That's good. Nice.
I was like, oh man, that comment wins the internet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Played a single tear rolling down the enormous face of Shaq, dude.
His fucking rings, his fucking
Soak it in a little bit. Jesus Christ.
Oh, there it is. Call it free throw so it won't ever sink.
Shaq's got more money than God, bro. He's got that general car insurance money, dude. Living fat off that general money.
I feel like he's got just the right amount of exposure, though. I think if I saw any more Shaq in my day, I'd get mad. But every time I see it, I'm like, oh, that's
Shaq,
fun.
Shaq
you know?
rules.
Yeah.
Who doesn't like Shaq, too? Like, he's one of those guys that like Shaq's fucking
Probably some contrarian, just terrible,
Dude.
hateful person.
Suck him in, dude.
And you gotta say, dude, the the NBA pregame / halftime show with Ernie, Shaq, Kenny the Jet, and Barkley is among the most entertaining pieces of television ever. I don't know if you're an NBA guy. It's just great. It's just a great watch, regardless of whether or not you give a shit about basketball.
Yeah,
It's
Barkley's
so
hilarious. And aren't him and
Barkley's the
Shaq
man.
like always fucking bringing each other's
Oh,
balls
yeah,
and shit?
yeah.
I like their bench press off like a couple years ago. They did that.
That's hilarious.
But Shaq had real weights and Barkley had fake ones, and he didn't know. And then he threw a weight at Shaq at the end, and it was it was not
That's
real.
gold.
That's just good
Good on
TV
Barkley.
right there
That's
when you get it down
fucking
to it. Barkley's
Yeah.
the man, dude.
It's terrible.
Barkley's the top 5 human being ever. I fucking love that guy, dude.
Yeah, he's a good dude. Fucking Snoop Dogg, man. He's fucking he's just on some cover of fucking People magazine or something like, how did Snoop Dogg become America's mascot? You know, like on the Olympics.
It is a crazy rise from like murder trial to like now America's dad, like basically. Everybody
The
loves
question
Snoop.
is, how didn't Snoop rise to prominence more quickly in the American?
Snoop is there. You go, People magazine. How Snoop
Look
became
at that
America's
fit, dude.
top dog.
I
dude.
need that sweater or whatever you want to call that immediately,
You really
bro.
do.
That is
Yeah,
so
same.
good.
I gotta start dressing like that, dude.
He was selling like a varsity letter jacket of the Doggy Style album, like on the back. It was like $500. So I was like, I can't buy that. And also, where am I gonna wear that?
Everywhere.
Me wearing the Doggy Style
everywhere.
varsity jacket.
I got him the Doggy Style hat. I looked at the coat when I was looking at shit, bro. I got it for his birthday.
Yeah.
Oh my
dude.
fucking god!
It's
dude.
incredible.
It's breathtaking. Soak it in a little bit. Just you rocking like Whole Foods.
Yeah.
The funniest thing is him.
Is this
wearing it all the
gluten
time,
free?
dude.
Yeah. I actually have a nut allergy.
That thing rules at an alarming rate, dude.
Where is
so
the
good,
juice aisle?
Yeah.
Yeah, could you point me to the gin section, please? Man, are you guys? It seems like you guys are not on the internet lately. And I didn't even hear about Dave Grohl.
Seems like you guys are not trying very hard for the show lately.
What else say? Did came out today? Did you guys see Justin Timberlake's fucking? He was court ordered to make like a statement about his DUI or whatever today.
Yes, I've researched this extensively, and I'm like a couple of minutes to talk about it if you don't mind.
Okay.
Fucking liar.
It was a real bluff. I got
no idea.
I'll defer to you first. I'll get my thoughts.
That's really all there is too. It's just like so fucking funny that they're like he made some plea deal to fucking lower his fucking thing or whatever, and I'm just like, we're like, just pay the fucking fine, dude. Like, why are you doing a plea deal? Like, even if it's $10,000, like, I think you're gonna be okay.
Yeah. That's my problem with like when these super rich celebs get caught like drinking and driving or something. It's like you can buy the Uber, like you can, you know.
That's the other side too. Is like, you should have just taken a fucking car or whatever.
Yeah,
for
use
sure.
a car service.
He's just like, drinking and driving is not okay. Like, yeah, dude, like we get it. We know. Thank you, Justin Timberlake. I was not aware.
It's like, in fairness, my car was parked out here. I was a little bit hammered, but somebody had to get it home.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be me.
Exactly. Well, I was joking to myself in my own fucking drug-addled brain about fucking like he's got the whole fucking NSYNC crew behind him in court, you know, like, and they're like,
Lance Bass.
Yeah, at the end of the statement, he's like, drunk driving is not cool. Bye, 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 bye. And like his lawyers pop in, they're like, bye, bye. And I was going off to myself about fucking like, it's fucking like, if I wasn't a celebrity, would you really have arrested me? If I wasn't drunk driving like every day, you know?
This guy's a young Weird Al over here. Drink him in a little bit. But also, counterpoint, and not great, obviously, not condoning it or whatever. Dangerville podcast is not condoning drunk driving, kids, but
don't.
The double standard goes both ways. Like, a normal human being doesn't have to fucking go through all this bullshit. And Justin Timberlake, it's like, really, you gotta go through this whole rigmarole. How drunk was he? Do we know?
Not very,
like,
honestly. From what I understand, he wasn't even that drunk.
Okay.
But, I mean, he was obviously drunk enough.
Yeah.
And it's whatever. But yeah, you should have taken a car, dude. What are you doing? But
that is crazy to kind of justify drinking and driving on the show, though. Well, he wasn't that drunk.
It was literally justified.
It was justified, indeed. But like,
as long as you let me drink and drive.
Exactly.
See, I can Weird Al.
His big fuck up though was like, I'm like, why are you like just own it, like in your mugshot? I'm like, what? Give him that fucking JT smile and a wink, dude. Why are you crying, dude? You know,
Flash
like,
of Steely Blues, baby.
You know how many fucking real problems the rest of the fucking real world has, dude. Motherfuckers getting popped drunk driving all the time and shit, dude. Like, you're gonna be fine, dude. You had your lawyers took your plea deal down on a DUI, and all you had to do was go, hey, listen up, everybody, it's me, JT. You don't gotta drink and drive like that's bad. And then he fucking, pulls the fucking thing off Janet Jackson's titty for everybody. You know what I mean? It's like, dude, like, we get it. Like, this is ridiculous. I'm a huge Justin Timberlake fan. I just think the whole thing's fucking hilarious and absurd. It's gonna ruin the tour.
I think my favorite JT thing is him doing Jimmy Fallon on SNL. Yeah, that's my favorite.
There's some great
played.
JT
the fucking
thing.
Him and those two guys doing the brothers, or it's the Bee Gees talk show on SNL.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking god! It's such a it's kind of like a deep cut in a way, because like, the Bee Gees is a long time ago. You know? But like, those guys doing that shit is very, very fucking funny. Justin Timberlake is a terrible actor.
I was just gonna say, having said all that, every Justin Timberlake movie is the worst movie in the history of the world, dude.
But man, that guy fucking. Did you guys see? Fucking, he does that. One of his new songs called "Selfish." He did it on that Graham Norton show or whatever, which is like, I don't watch that show or whatever. But I caught his video of him doing that live. Unfucking believable. He's unbelievable as a singer, and his SNL performance of that new song too, that Sanctified. Did you guys see his performance on SNL? It is unbelievable. Like, I'm a pretty fucking decent musician, and I'm just like,
he's the best entertainer this side of Michael Jackson, bar none.
I mean, he's been doing it since like Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, right?
He's
like, his whole life.
He's so sick, dude. He's so good. Yeah, definitely check out Sanctified on fucking the SNL thing, and then the performance of what the fuck ever it's called. There, I'm fucking losing it.
Timberlake rules.
This is really gonna break your sponsorship with Justin Timberlake, man. Not knowing
Timberlake's
that.
coming on the
we're tight
Timberlake.
We're tight with JT,
dude. Yeah.
Okay.
It's all
like fucking rules.
He knows us all out of love. One love, JT.
Yeah, for sure. Have you guys heard the new song it's a Bruno Mars and Lady Gaga collab? You guys soaked this in and all?
I can't do Bruno Mars, man.
I do love Bruno Mars. I have not heard this song.
Bruno Mars is an incredible singer. I love Silk Sonic. That's kind of a whole other fucking
Anderson
thing.
.Paak.
It's one of my favorite things that's been done in the last 5 years.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, dude, this fucking new single, this duet with fucking Lady Gaga. It's just like, get the fuck out of here, dude.
Have you heard that thing about Bruno Mars being like trapped in Vegas? Like he had to do a residency because he owed so much from gambling debt. Like he had to keep doing shows at a casino.
I did hear that he's like an out of control gambler. I forget who was talking about it, but it was on a podcast.
There's a song about that on that Silk Sonic thing. I thought it was just a funny song.
777, right? Yeah.
Man, I love that record.
The fact that, like, Vegas is still fucking shady, man. At the end of the day, like, it's a tourist thing and all that, but it's all founded by the
It's also like $60 to fly there and $500 to fly home. It's totally a trap. It's like, no, come in. Yeah, no, the drinks are free. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Yeah.
They did like 8 months or something on that. Yeah, those fucking videos, I loved and still love that Silk Sonic record. I actually just played it again the other day, and I was like, oh man, this fucking record just
I gotta catch him. The only Bruno Mars thing I ever heard was like that first song that he did that was like a blatant Police ripoff. I was like, this guy is fucking...
The solo Bruno Mars, the regular Bruno Mars stuff, there's good stuff. There's a lot of cheeseball shit. There's a lot of dumb
Uptown
shit.
Funk, come on. Wedding song of the year every year.
There's some good songs, but Silk Sonic's a different thing altogether.
I like
next level great, man.
I like Fly As Me a lot. That's my go-to.
There's like fucking Smoking Out the Window, dude. It's one of the funniest, best fucking songs. Like I love everything about that record.
I got to see Anderson .Paak live at what was it, St. Andrews? In Detroit. I think we were actually in the shelter, like downstairs. And I just remember, like, I didn't really know anything about him. Like going in, my friend just she worked for St. Andrews, so she had tickets, and it was just watching him drum and rap, and he's not rapping like on beat, was the most incredible musical performance I've ever seen. Like, I don't know how you do that. Like,
I don't know how anybody sings and plays drums, man. Like that particular thing, like keyboard,
easier than playing guitar. Singing and playing guitar, singing and playing drums, I think it's actually easier than singing and playing guitar.
Just the fact that like he had the melody down for, like he had the whole rhythm down for the drums, and then he had the rap going at a different pace. It just didn't make any sense to me.
That's one of those things that's got to cross the wires and the brick, because it's already hard enough to get your right hand to do this while your right foot is doing something else, and to have like a different time with the tempo of the fuck, dude,
it's incredible.
Anderson .Paak rules.
He rocks.
Sonic rules.
Yeah,
check out that fucking Bruno Mars Lady Gaga fucking duet. And Bruno Mars, he's an incredible singer. I mean, he's a small dude with a high voice, you know. He's got that thing going on. Honestly, and I love Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga kind of even trounces him in this song, and I mean, he's amazing, but she is like, holy shit, these fucking two are incredible singers. You know,
it's kind of like lost sometimes with Lady Gaga because she's such a pop star, but like she is a really, really incredible singer. Like, she'll like, every time I've seen her perform, it's insane.
And she's great as an actress too, man. I think she's been in a couple things I've probably seen that I'm forgetting, but
she's coming in as Joker.
Cooper, dude, A Star Is Born is fucking incredible, dude. Like she is amazing on that.
I haven't seen that. I've seen her in a lot of other things, but the new Joker thing, like the reviews are starting to come in, and it's not looking real positive, you know, like
on this one too. That whole premise, like a musical, come the fuck. And the first Joker
the
was
musical
awesome,
premise to me was, I thought that was actually like, this is gonna be cool, but like it's not that's getting the flag. And who knows, the fucking critics, who the fuck knows, you know what I mean? Like, but
what's really the beef with it?
The beef with it is basically like, a huge part of it is just like a bunch of courtroom shit, and like it's all kind of like just about what happened in the first movie, and nothing new happens in the second movie. That's basically what they're saying. It's just kind of like all about this happened and now, but like it doesn't go forward into like new shit. So
I don't know. That movie didn't really seem like. It didn't really seem like it needed a sequel or, more stuff.
Or make it legit. I don't know. This whole musical aspect, maybe I'll be proven wrong, but it just seems like kind of a fucked up genre mix to do for that. And the first one was so great, dude. I'm on this, like, I know it's not a true superhero movie. I signed off on superhero movies a long time ago. Granted, this is more of like an ancillary character or whatever, so it makes more sense. But like for Todd Phillips to have done all the great comedies that he's done, and then like, oh, now I'm gonna throw it down and do like a super serious dramatic flick with Joker and Joaquin, who I think is one of the choicest actors of our generation.
Yeah,
like good on him for being able to fucking crush both. You know,
this is gonna be polarizing, but I've heard that Joker has a lot of parallels to Taxi Driver.
It does.
I've seen both movies. I like Joker more than Taxi Driver.
Agreed.
Yeah,
it's a different era.
It's
different movie.
it's there are certain parts of Taxi Driver, obviously, you know, like the You Talking to Me, you know, like the whole like mirror thing. That's crazy, but like a lot of it, I was just like had to be a part of the times because I was not getting it
it's
at
a
all.
more concise plot, more like it's a totally different time in cinema. Things were slower. Things were
Scorsese's great. I don't know. I kind of the same way. Like I was really excited to watch it. I love Scorsese. Having said that, like Scorsese's got even some modern movies that are like and you know whatever the movie with DiCaprio was, not Cape Fear, but the
Are you
Fear
talking
Island
about?
or whatever?
I love that movie.
Shutter Island.
Yeah, I was
I
kind of
like that
all
movie.
set on that. There were a few others
It was
I
a
wasn't
sweet
a
movie.
huge fan of, but Taxi Driver, I was really stoked for. You know, it's like an all-time great flick.
You can't compare that to The Departed now. You know what I mean? It's like 40 years later. Cinema's moved on so far from these early
yes and no,
movies,
but I mean, there's still a lot of I love a lot of movies from the 60s and 70s, so it's not necessarily just a generational thing. I just thought it was an overrated and not that entertaining of a movie.
Have you guys ever seen the Scorsese movie The Last Temptation of Christ?
No,
me either.
I don't think so.
And it's one of those like weird ones. I got the book. It was a controversial.
Dafoe in there?
Yeah, Willem Dafoe plays Jesus. And it's I don't know. It's supposed to be a pretty great movie, but I mean, it was like super fucking not. It was controversial, at least at the time, and apparently it sounds like it's not really that controversial, especially by today's standards. But
I will have to I'm a huge Willem Dafoe fan, so like any movie he's in, I'm automatically on board.
That's one of his big ones.
Yeah.
Did you catch the? I forget what the name of the movie's called, but it was with Pattinson. It was a black and white. The Lighthouse.
That is my favorite movie. I was gonna bring it up, and I was like, you got a slow intro into this, but
it's been on
you got to slow roll into that for sure.
I have it on DVD. I will give it to you.
Let's watch it.
Move on your part.
Bring it over, dude.
Yeah,
Let's go.
100%. This movie is so. Robert Eggers, every movie he's done. I love all of them.
The Vitch is so good.
Yeah, that one rocks.
I've seen that.
That's the best horror movie, I think.
It's a very good. It's a very, very.
That's got to be top 10 for me.
So it's right up there. It's so good.
It's fucking
at least top 10. Yeah. This is like a psychological thriller.
A24 again, dude. They fucking crush, man. A24 is the studio right now.
I used to have there's a scene where Defoe's character basically curses Pattinson's character.
Yeah.
It's like a sea curse. I used to have it memorized. I can't do it.
It's
But
like sea cursing people.
But it's like a full
curse, like a sea curse.
It's like a 2-minute like monologue, just curse, and like it's all black and white. So like his eyes are like crazy in it. It's such a rattling moment in the movie.
Could have cursed all 10 people listening to this podcast.
I know. I could have. I'm sparing you. I'm sparing you right now.
That was one of those movies I was watching, and I'm kind of like a film snob, but I'm watching it. I'm just like, this movie's so good and so out of control. It's like, I don't know what the fuck's happening, but I just assume this is the best movie ever made. This is probably the sweetest thing that's ever been put on film.
It's just two bros getting drunk in a lighthouse. It's like, this movie is made for me. I love it. There's a lot of deeper stuff in it, but
he kind of crushes, man. Like he gets that rat from the Twilight stuff. Like everything post that,
like successfully hit escape velocity out of that whole thing, with the fucking Batman owned, and he did that Cronenberg movie, which I never saw, but it was supposed to be really cool.
That was choice. I don't remember what it was called, but it was super cool. I do want to watch
Metropolis, maybe,
something like that.
There's another Eggers movie. He's remaking Nosferatu in December. I'm so excited about that. That's going to be awesome.
Yeah, hopefully.
Am I conflating things, or is that Defoe in that one too?
Oh yeah, that's the start of the trailer. That was that I jumped right there. That spooked me. Yeah.
Yeah, the original Nosferatu is fucking wild. And then they made that movie with Willem Dafoe, which is this meta fourth wall movie about the making of
that was what I was thinking of. I saw that was
Nosferatu where he's like kind of is a real vampire. Nobody knows what the fuck's going on. That's a great movie.
Yeah, it was
too.
a choice flick.
Yeah,
I'll have to check that out. I don't think I've seen the original. It's like 1927, right?
Yeah,
like it's
even
really
back.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild. And then they also got the new there's a new Salem's Lot.
I heard about that. Yeah.
It's supposed to be really good. It looks good.
I read that book like back in like high school. I remember it was really good. Like,
it's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
That's like Stephen King's like second book ever.
Yeah. I didn't know that.
Early Stephen King shit.
Very excited to be getting back into horror season. I love I always do like an October burn through fucking horror flicks. Very pumped to do so.
Why is it so? Willem Dafoe is just in fucking everything. He's just in every horror movie.
Yeah, pretty much.
Bringing Willem Dafoe, make him giving the crazy eyes.
Defoe's been in, I think he's been in every Eggers movie except The Witch. He was in The Northman, and he's in The Lighthouse, and he's in Nosferatu.
I still haven't seen The Northman, dude. That's been on the list for
I like that one a lot too.
Intense, dude.
Yeah.
The Northman is very good.
Yeah.
It's a good wild ride.
I didn't know anything about, literally nothing about it, and was watching, and I was like, I actually called in the movie, I was like, this is the guy that made that Vitch movie. I was like, this is the I was like, oh, that's definitely fucking this guy.
Is Skarsgård in that flick too?
Yes,
Alexander Skarsgård.
A bunch of people from Game
But that's
of
the thing
Thrones.
about Eggers movies is there's these moments where he subtly reminds you that you're watching a movie.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
But he'll
That was
just
deep, bro.
just pulling his dick out.
I'm just saying that's the Eggers movie.
I love the amount of research he does into the films. Like that whole Vivitch movie is like written in old school puritanical English, and like all the actors speak
crazy.
like that. They affect the accents. Same thing with The Lighthouse. And apparently he wanted the Northmen to be in like ancient Norse, but they were like, we can't do that. We can't make that movie. Yeah.
That's so
apparently it's like not, it's super hard to learn, and there's no way that you could just make that movie.
Nobody would know the difference either. It's
a whole bunch of that shit.
Yeah, it's a Swedish chef just going, that's fucking wild.
God damn, I gotta rewatch The Vitch, man. That movie kicks an absurd.
That show I was talking about, The Terror, is very similar in tone to these things. It's like a crazy, stark, dark. They're in the middle. There's just ice and nothing. You know, like it's.
I love it already.
Up that fucking alley.
So I won't spoil the Vivitch for people, but there's a scene in the start of it.
You can spoil it. It's been 5 years.
Well, I understand. It takes a while to get around to everything.
I'm with you on this. There's no statute of limitations. I hate spoiling.
There is a scene in the start that basically like shows that the witch is real. Like that's like one of the scenes like right at the beginning. The first time I saw the movie, I came in late with my friend, missed that scene entirely. Totally different movie for me. I was like, I don't know if the witch is real or not. Like the whole movie, it was messing with me.
Who's the girl that plays the witch, the young girl?
Anya Taylor-Joy.
Yeah. I knew she was. She's crushing it. Oh,
she was in Queen's Gambit. She's been in Peaky Blinders. Whole bunch of stuff.
She's really good.
Oh yeah, Furiosa. Yeah,
which I didn't see. Yeah, this
what do you know? A24 for The Vitch as well.
This was another one that was just like, what is this on Netflix? And just turned it on, and we were like, this is fucking bizarre. It's like all these like bit players from Game of Thrones that you like, and
and Ross, let's be honest, our favorite character from The Vitch is Black Phillip.
I don't know who that is.
He's the Black Goat, dude.
The Black Goat.
He's the best.
Sure.
I don't see goat skin color personally.
Come on, Brian. What's your deal with
the consequence?
Come on, man.
Black goat.
Well, I mean, this has been a lot of fun, fellas, but I gotta go.
His name is Black Phillip.
Yeah, that fucking the mom who is like that fucking crazy
Lyanna Stark what's her name?
Breastfeeding to like 12-year-old boys still or whatever.
Oh yeah.
She's she gets pushed out the fucking the moon
door. Yeah.
I was thinking for some reason that was the wife that ended up killing the kid at the behest of the which chick in that movie, but you got it.
Yeah, I don't know. We're
In
too
any event.
far down the rabbit hole. I don't even know what we're
in
talking about
deep.
anymore. Yeah, maybe we should fucking work on fucking wrapping this shit up. What's
All right.
what's fucking going on with you? You got shows coming up and stuff?
Yeah, so on my Instagram and Facebook, you can check out the Hallway Monster Tour. That's the next 10 mics I'm at through like mid-October, basically. I just like posted. Yeah, there it is. The Hallway Monster Tour. Yeah, check out I'm Alive Down Here. That's a sketch comedy group I'm a part of.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, we post a bunch on Insta and YouTube. And yeah, that's me in a hallway in Ireland. They're clearly not built for men of my stature.
Yeah, you're an imposing man physically,
Yeah.
to be sure, dude.
In the hallway, especially in a small space, I'm terrifying. Yeah,
You truly are West Michigan Shane Gillis, aren't you?
doing my best.
Pounding Bud Lights,
Yeah.
being enormous.
He's like Shane Gillis, but he's like Shane Gillis, but a little bit more liberal and a little bit nicer.
Yeah,
you're like
Sure.
a nice Shane Gillis. Dude.
yeah. That's, you know what, that is high praise. I appreciate it. Yeah. That's
so
pretty much it.
What's the next?
Yeah.
Sorry, I missed it because I was talking shit. What's the next show you got coming up?
So I'm at River City next Wednesday.
Ooh.
Now I'm looking at it. I got
dude, that's
the
the
Lansing Double Dip week from Monday. So I'm doing Crunchies. I'm doing Max Bar, like
That's in
2 in the same night.
Max is Lansing too, right?
Yep. And then Tip Top, you know, the OG of the
Tip Top Deluxe.
comedy scene. Yeah, Tuesday nights. Kalamazoo,
Sobel.
Coopersville. I'm all over the place.
Gotta
Yeah.
have it, dude.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
What's the story in that brewery Outre, by the way, in Kalamazoo? They're doing a ton of comedy shows.
Yeah,
now, right?
they're doing like twice a month now, and just super nice spot. It's like it's a mic in the corner of a room with just like a speaker. So first time I was there, kind of threw me off because like your voice is right behind you.
Right.
So it took a second, but like crowd always comes through. Super great room. Like usually like 50 people in there.
Nice.
So if you're looking for and Sammy who hosts it, like just super nice person, always just, you know, accommodating, and basically just says like, hey, don't like come up and give like a Nazi speech. Like she'll send you a DM before your first show, but like literally just like, you know, be funny and fun, and you know, that's all you need to do.
Good deal.
Yeah.
But that's a great room, and the beer's pretty good too. So
Nice.
Bonus.
Hell yeah, man.
yeah, take it from me, Bud Light aficionado. The beer at Brewery Outre is pretty
Definitely
good.
better than this
Yeah.
one we gave you tonight. What's the shout out to your fucking it's your Insta and stuff here? Where's the best place for people to follow you? And shit?
Yeah, Sillanpaa. So it's Peter Sillanpaa is my name. There it is. You might pronounce it Sillanpaa. That's what it sounds like. It's real easy to find me and follow me. But yeah, it's my last name is Sillanpaa, and I just put bruh at the end of it because I'm cool.
It's incredibly cool.
Yeah. I'm, you know, that's the type of comedic styling you can expect from me.
It kills.
Yeah, it's very internet, very Zoomer, very cool. Yeah.
Well,
And,
sick, man.
And I make a mean charcuterie board. I wanted to shout that out as
That thing
well.
looks
Hell
nasty.
yeah,
It's a
dude.
fast
You know,
food
bring the
joint. Yeah,
charcuterie
dude.
board up, bro.
Well, I didn't
What
know
the
if you
fuck?
guys would be nice to me or
Come
not.
on,
Now,
man.
next time I know.
gave
Yeah.
you-
I mean, we should be
gave you
crushing
Shaq
meats and cheeses
gummies.
as
Yeah.
we speak, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, come on, man.
Yeah.
We need a Shaq-based charcuterie board.
Yeah.
next episode.
A charcuterie board. Yeah.
Oh, man.
That is correct, sir.
Yeah.
Carve every cheese and Shaq's fucking face in the next show. All right, man.
right.
We'll wrap it up. We've been going for a while.
Cool.
You're a fucking hilarious motherfucker. Thank you for
Awesome.
coming out, man.
Appreciate
Yeah,
you
thanks for
coming out,
having me,
brother.
guys.
That was great.
Yeah, cool.
All right. Peace out, everybody. Catch you next
All right,
time.
peace.
Peace.
Peace.